Peace be upon your home. My name is Dimitri, and we continue our meetings. Let's consider such a request from owners and top executives when they want to be, let's say, at a resort somewhere on the ocean shore and for no one to bother them. Let's figure out why this is both possible and impossible at the same time, and in what case it is possible. Often, the request itself is shaped by watching certain videos on social media that promise magical pills that do not exist. In any business, there is work on establishing contacts, sales, organizing processes, implementing projects, and much more. And this request is only partially possible. That is, you can certainly be on the ocean shore. But for no one to bother you, that is unrealistic. You may believe or not believe in egregorial fields. But objectively, there is a collective unconscious. And your enterprise also has its own collective unconscious. In any collective unconscious, there are only 4 types of elements. The first type is dairy cows, who simply give their energy and labor to the system, receiving very little in return or practically nothing. In terms of an enterprise, these are ordinary employees who go to work to put in 8 hours, preferably sipping coffee, browsing social media, and doing as little as possible during those 8 hours. The second type is zombies or biorobots. This type is less common in commercial enterprises and is more characteristic of political forces. People belonging to this type are fanatics who do not need facts. They simply act for the benefit of the system. The third type is managers. Here, it is not so much about positions. A leading specialist can also play the role of a manager. The essence is that these people consciously participate in the system, give their labor and energy to the system, and receive rewards from the egregorial entity, not only material, but also honor, respect, belonging, and much more. The fourth type is programmers. Programmers can be not only the owner or shareholder. In fact, all managers are programmers. Department directors program their divisions, and the general director programs the entire enterprise, while the owner can program not one, but several enterprises. Here, one should not confuse the role of a programmer with the role of a system architect. Very often, these are different people. The programmer gives the task, the system architect figures out how this work should be organized, but that is a topic for another meeting. So, if you are on vacation and no one is bothering you, not asking questions, it does not mean that the system is working well. It means that you have lost your status as a programmer, and the system may soon reject you as an unnecessary element. At the same time, 2 situations need to be considered. There are enterprises that operate based on personalities. This is very characteristic of small businesses, but it is also quite common in medium and large ones, where the enterprise relies on certain key individuals. In such enterprises, as a rule, neither managers nor programmers have free time. They are always busy with something. The second type of enterprises is those that rely on a system. And here, there really is an opportunity for the top executives to detach themselves from the operational work of the enterprise, to rest, and to allocate only 20–30% of their time to analysis, adjustments, and important tasks. The fact is that the higher a person's status in the system, the more free time they should have for analysis and strategic planning. The potential for system development is directly proportional to the free time of its elements. If your sales managers are loaded to 100%, there will be no new sales. There simply isn't time for that. You need to increase free time, for example, by hiring a new employee or automating work. The same situation applies to department directors, top executives, and owners. The percentage of free time simply increases as a person's significance in the system grows. The CEO should dedicate only 20–30% of their time to current tasks, while 70–80% should be directed towards analysis, representation, and strategy. So there is nothing wrong with dreaming of lying on the ocean shore, and it is achievable if you have a system in place, rather than relying on people as carriers of solutions and conditions. But there will be no situation where no one bothers you. You, as a programmer of the collective unconscious, will always dedicate 20–30% of your time to the system. Peace to your home, until we meet again.